titles, they do something to me.
I can't let go of it.
Right.
It's
deep down inside.
Jefferson, once again.
They complete us.
They do.
These titles, they do. So, these titles, how appropriate. Champions, All-Stars is what's on the horizon for us. Now, Champions, All-Stars to me means that you're great.
Yes.
But these belts say that you're not great enough.
Shouldn't be champions versus all-stars. It should be champions versus dudes who, when the titles are on the line, they never seem to really take it home, do you guys? You just don't. You don't.
I feel as though it's something that there will come a day, boys, if you continue to work really, really hard and you put in the sacrifice that is required, a day may come that you can wrap one of these around your waist.
Thrust. Don't forget your squat thrust.
Because let's be honest, these are what matter in our sport. Like Logan, it doesn't matter how much you bench. If one of these is not around your waist, you simply don't matter.
Now, on that same level, I might even just be keeping my title in this nice velvet Crown Royal-esque bag.
You don't want to show off.
Oh, that's a good year. That smells like quality title.
You are so humble.
I know.
I mean, every time I think that you couldn't be a better role model for the youth of this country and probably the world, you surprise me with another quality that is just unbelievably redeeming. It's humbling to be in your presence.
Well, don't forget what you told me, Bobby. You are so awesome, and together, we'll hold these titles for as long as we want.
We proved that tonight, and Champions versus All-Stars in Chicago, we prove it again.
Jay, Chicago's a little different than tonight. Chicago, we might be teaming, and tonight we team, but there's more at stake in Chicago, Jay. Because whoever pins Adam Cole, they get a title shot.
Well, Elgin, now you don't have to reiterate the rules to me. I know it.
I know you know the rules.
We had a good contest today. We didn't come out quite on top, and the Red Dragon's still the tag team champions, but like you said, Chicago is a whole different story. In fact, in the spirit of reiterating things, the man who pins Adam Cole gets a world title shot. Part of me, Elgin, thinks, why are we even teaming? Because I know what's going to happen. Everybody's going to be gunning for Adam Cole. Good for us, bad for him.
But
then
Jay,
again,
you're right. You're right. Why are we teaming? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't need you. I don't need Caprice. And I don't need Cedric.
See, it was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. I knew you were going to say that. And you know what? The funny thing is, I think we're all going to say that. Because everybody's got the same thing in mind. Adam Cole. I got no problems with you, but just like the rest of the team, we all want Adam Cole, and we all want a world title shot. So, I mean, I'll shake your hand now, but I can't promise anything in this match.
Jay, I couldn't have said it better myself because there's been a hole eating in my stomach since Philly. You saw it. Everybody saw it. I had Adam Cole pinned. I can sit here, I can bitch, and I can complain, but that doesn't make a champion. What's going to make a champion is when I pin Adam Cole and get what's rightfully mine, and that's the title shot.
Good luck, Elgin.
Let me paint a picture for you. Let me set a scene. You're coming into work, you're walking into your office, you've just set your coffee down, and you're tackled by a bunch of goons. You hear this British accent barking orders in the distance. In fact, it's the last thing you hear before you're dumped out on the street corner like a common criminal. Is this some absurd Orwellian dystopia? No, this is reality for Steve Corino. This is Ring of Honor for Steve Corino. Steve Corino has a valid employment contract to offer his services as a color commentator, and trust me, Veda Scott knows contracts. In fact, I've been over Steve Corino's contract with Ring of Honor backwards and forwards. I cannot find a single flaw. Except in the treatment that he's received under the watchful eye of Nigel McGuinness. Steve Corino is not just a legend, but his talent is just... I am not a litigious person. I'd hate for it to go that far. But trust me, whatever immature, malicious, personal grudge that Nigel McGuinness holds against Steve Corino will never hold up in a court of law. You might be wondering, all of this is undertaken under the spiritual guidance of the barrister Artie Evans. He's taken the time to step aside just a bit from his law practice, and this is so flattering, but he's put me in charge. It was a mutual decision, I assure you. You see, as he recovers from his injuries, the barrister has decided, and I agree, to pursue some additional training so that when he returns to Ring of Honor, he's at a renewed threat, a renewed force, and he can show Ring of Honor that he is not only dominant in the intellectual field, but maybe it's time we get a little bit physical.
I knew that in Philadelphia, I put a giant target on my back by kicking Jay Briscoe in the back of the head and smashing Michael Elgin in the face with my Ring of Honor World Championship. But I never in a million years thought Nigel McGuinness would make it so easy for everybody. Since I've won this championship, people have got easy opportunity after easy opportunity. Take Hopkins, Minnesota, for example. Mark Briscoe won glorified King of the Hill and got a shot at my Ring of Honor World Championship that night. Roderick Strong went and complained because I beat him in Ringmaster's Challenge, and he got a shot that night. Now, in Chicago, at Glory by Honor, it's basically a 4-on-1 handicap match, because any of the 4 men on the All-Stars team, well, if they pin me, they get a future shot at my Ring of Honor World Championship. Fortunately for me, if you were a betting man, if you were a gambler, you would think, well, hey, would I bet for first place or for second place? Would I bet for number 1 or for number 2? Because, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Elgin, Jay Lethal, Caprice Coleman, and Cedric Alexander, calling them All-Stars is a glorified way of saying that they aren't good enough to be world champions. Because fortunately for me, on my team, I had former Future Shock partner Kyle O'Reilly, and a man who's never been pinned in Ring of Honor, Bobby Fish. They together are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Then I have a guy, although cheating to do so, beat me for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. And regardless of our past, that man is still the champion. And he makes up Team Champions, the champions at Glory by Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put it to you very, very simply. There's a reason that we're the champions in ROH, and there's a reason that the other men are not. None of that will ever change. Now, as far as my good buddy Jay Briscoe goes, I find it unbelievable and I find it astounding that poor excuse of a doctor's note has allowed you the freedom to show up in Chicago if you choose. Let me make something very, very clear to you, Jay. It would be in your very best interest to avoid me at all costs. If you even think about getting near me, if you even think about coming out and getting in my face, I can promise you you will need a lot more than one measly doctor's note if you ever want to come back to me. Jay, let me make this clear once again. This championship belt will be mine forever.